And our fourth speaker, again on the same item, 2.5, Mr. Lowe. Welcome, Matthew.
Thank you, Administrator. I am talking about the area that is proposed as 10 kilometres off the New South Wales Central Coast with wind turbine heights of 240 metres above the sea level. The area runs from Norah Heads to Port Stephens. I believe that in all transformations it is essential the public understand the power structures being implemented and the ramifications of this, including having a voice in the consultation process, as well as understanding the cumulative effects on the environment and the socio-economic effects. The current public-private partnership models are continuing, and global corporations are increasingly the winners in these essentially public-funded assets. If the Minister, Chris Bowen, declares the area and feasibility licenses are granted, developers will be allowed to investigate an area and begin planning. It looks as though Ocean EX is lined up to take the offshore wind contract. Ocean EX has partnered with Equinor, a global energy giant who operates oil and gas fields globally and in Australia. Additionally, at state level, EDF Renewables has acquired the Newcastle Offshore Wind Project. EDF is a French, predominantly government-owned nuclear giant. Environmentally, questions are being asked on the impacts to marine environments. The Green Warriors of Norway have raised concerns regarding the increase to the use of BPA in the turbines and related chemicals and their impact on onshore and offshore environments and ecosystems. One of the main sources of concern is the micro and nano-sized particles released into the environment from the epoxy-based products by erosion from the turbine blades. On the east coast of the US, concerns have been raised with the increase in whale strandings has been occurring through the pre-construction phase of a project near New Jersey, where since December 2022, at least 30 dead whales and 8 dolphins have washed up on the east coast shoreline. In New South Wales, our humpback and southern right whales annually migrate up the east coast. Therefore, very careful consideration on the impact of construction works and the ways to reduce operational noise and impacts on the marine environment is critical for both bird and marine life with this project. The large cost of materials used in construction, maintenance and disposal needs to be carefully reviewed against the power generated by the turbines during their lifetime. Professor Wade Ellison, an Emerite Professor of Physics at the University of Oxford, has just published a note on the inadequacy of wind power. He mentions, the generation of electricity by wind tells a disappointing story. The political enthusiasm and the investor hype are not supported by the evidence. The turbines can harvest no more power than the air and wind speed moving through their area. The blade swept area is key as the power generating zone wind fluctuates and have significant impacts here. Too little when not enough power is generated, and too strong and it needs to be switched off to protect the turbines. He also states that batteries will never solve this failure either. I believe these areas raised require significant investigation to require strong environmental stewardship for future generations and very careful consideration for this project. I'm therefore for the additional council submission and the requested extension. I sincerely hope that the community are genuinely kept informed and involved with and the extension granted.
Thank you, Mr. Lowe.